Okay, so here's your second video that you are whisking at home for. It says video 1.3 because our first video, remember, was in class. And today we are going to solve equations with variables on both sides. So get your notes ready and remember to answer that hot question at the end. Get as excited as this cute little puppy is right here. Reminders, you need to use what you know just like yesterday. Combine like terms on each side of the equation. Follow PEMDAS. You can move any term in these kind of equations, not just the constant. So if you need to combine a variable term with another variable term, you can do that. And remember, your goal is just to always isolate the variable. So example 1, what is the solution of 5x plus 2 equals 2x plus 14? Remember to do all the math with me. So the first thing I'm going to do is identify like terms, even if I don't have them on the same side of the equal sign. So I have a 2x and a 5x, and then I have a positive 2 and a positive 14. Now I can't combine them on the sides that they're on, but I can move them using the opposite operation in order to combine them. So I see that I can take a 2x away from this side and a 2x away from this side to make 0. Remember, I want all the variables on one side of the equation. So 5x minus 2x is 3x. We still have that plus 2 equals 14 on this side. And now I can take away 2 and combine those like terms, and I get 3x equals 12. And we know from here I just divide by 3 and I get x equals 4. I can do a check as well to make sure I did that correctly, because it's the first time we did this type of equation. So we get 5 times 4 plus 2 equals 2 times 4 plus 14. We get 20 plus 2 equals 8 plus 14. 22 equals 22. That is a true equation. We did it correctly. Sometimes you'll have the first step all distributing before you even go into solving the equation. So once you see a number on the or term on the outside of parentheses, you know you have to distribute. So the first thing we're going to do is distribute here. So we get 10x minus 2, that came from 2 times 5x, and 2 times negative 1 equals 3x plus 33. And that came from 3 times x and 3 times positive 11. So now we're going to combine like terms. And I can choose whichever ones I want to move. I could subtract 10x from this side. I could subtract 3x from this side. I could add 2 first. I could subtract 33 first. It doesn't matter which one I do first, as long as I'm combining like terms. So my like terms are 10x and 3x, and negative 2 and positive 33. So I'm just going to decide to add 2 to both sides. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. 10x equals 3x plus 35. The next thing I have to do, I want to get all the x's on one side by themselves. So I'm going to take away 3x from both sides. I want the constants, which is 35, and the variables on different sides of the equation. That's why I moved 3x. So I get 7x equals 35. I divide by 7, and x equals 5. The last type of problem you may see is an equation with no solution. And an equation with no solution, both sides of the equal sign balance out to the same thing. So it's not that there's no solution, there's actually infinite solutions. And I'll show you what that looks like. So here we have 10x plus 12 equals distribute 10x plus 12. So when I see 10x plus 12 equals 10x plus 12, any number, since these are the same thing, any number that we plug in for x is going to work. So that's why it's no solution. And we see that when we combine our like terms, the variable actually cancels. It disappears, and we're left with 0 plus 12 equals 0 plus 12, and 12 equals 12. Sometimes it won't always balance to make a true equation, but just know that whenever your variable term cancels out, it's an equation with no solution. So your hot question, you need to find out what is the solution of this equation here. 5 times the quantity y minus 4 equals 7 times the quantity 2y plus 1. Keep track of your questions that you have. Make sure you answer this hot question in the Google Doc in the link that's under this video, and I will see you tomorrow.